There has been a huge amount of speculation that the MCU will get a soft reboot after the multiverse saga, and new updates ahead of the release of the Fantastic Four. First steps have us thinking this could actually come to fruition. Even though it has been the most divisive chapter of the MCU yet, there is a lot of anticipation for the multiverse saga's next and final projects. Avengers, Doomsday and Secret Wars are expected to be the MCU's biggest adventures yet, and they could establish a new status quo for the entire franchise. Before Doomsday and Secret Wars hit theaters, however, Phase 6 will kick off with the MCU's The Fantastic Four, First Steps reboot, with Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn and Ebon Moss-Bachrach bringing a new version of Marvel's first family to life. 6 years after first being teased by Kevin Feige in 2019, The Fantastic Four, First Steps has become one of the MCU's most exciting movies, not least as it will explore an alternate universe from start to finish. This presents exciting new opportunities for Marvel Studios, and could plant seeds for Phase 6 Avengers movies and beyond. Sue Storm will be pregnant with Franklin Richards in The Fantastic Four, First Steps. Vanessa Kirby will debut as Sue Storm's Invisible Woman in the MCU's Phase 6. New footage from The Fantastic Four, First Steps shown to the audience at this year's CinemaCon confirmed that Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm will be pregnant in the upcoming movie. This had previously been theorized, and the new footage sees Storm revealing that she is pregnant to her Fantastic Four family. In Marvel Comics, Sue Storm and Reed Richards have 2 children, Franklin and Valeria Richards, with the former being the older of the two. This suggests that Franklin Richards may be introduced to the MCU in the Fantastic Four, First Steps. This will mark the first time in the team's live-action history that Sue Storm has been pregnant and Storm and Reed Richards' kids have been mentioned or even introduced. Franklin Richards first appeared in Marvel Comics in 1968's Fantastic Four Annual No. 6, long before his sister, Valeria, who first appeared in 1999's Fantastic Four, Volume 3, No. 15, so it makes sense that he would appear in live-action first. It will be interesting to explore this new dynamic for the Fantastic Four in live-action, but Franklin Richards' debut could set up a massive Avengers, Secret Wars storyline. Franklin Richards plays a key role in rebooting Marvel Comics in 2015's Secret Wars event. The Marvel Universe was rebooted after the comics Secret Wars event in 2015. Franklin Richards fixing the multiverse after Secret Wars in Marvel Comics. Franklin Richards' debut as a baby and perhaps young child in the Fantastic Four, First Steps would be hugely important for the rest of the MCU's multiverse saga, most notably as he plays a crucial role in the events of 2015's Secret Wars storyline in Marvel Comics. The Russo brothers recently confirmed both 1984's and 2015's Secret Wars events would inspire Avengers, Doomsday and Avengers, Secret Wars, which means Franklin Richards' role could be adapted faithfully. Initially, Franklin and the Future Foundation built life rafts that allowed some individuals to survive destructive incursions. Franklin was killed during a hull breach of one of these life rafts, though he was brought back to life by his father after Reed Richards stole the Beyonders power from Dr. Doom. In the aftermath of the Secret Wars event, Franklin Richards used his reality warping and universe creation abilities to help the Future Foundation rebuild the multiverse, establishing a new status quo and beginning a new continuity for the Marvel Universe. This means that Franklin Richards' debut in the Fantastic Four, First Steps could support a wild MCU reboot theory. First Steps' new addition makes a soft reboot after Avengers, Secret Wars more likely. Rumors suggest the MCU will reboot after the multiverse saga. Reed Richards Mr. Fantastic fighting Dr. Doom in Marvel Comics Secret Wars. Back in October 2023, rumors emerged from Joanna Robinson's book, MCU, The Reign of Marvel Studios, that suggested Kevin Feige had hinted at Avengers, Secret Wars acting as a soft reboot for the MCU. Some members of Marvel's audience have felt as though the franchise has grown too large to keep up with, so a soft reboot could bring the MCU back to basics, reintroducing lost beloved characters and allowing new kinds of stories to be told. This would surely be a polarizing decision, but there is precedent in Marvel Comics for this to happen in the MCU. Franklin Richards helped to facilitate the soft reboot of the Marvel Comics continuity in the immediate aftermath of 2015's Secret Wars event, so it would make complete sense for this to also be the case in 2027's Avengers, Secret Wars. This would be a brilliant way to remove the weakest aspects of the MCU and rewrite history while also establishing new characters and recasting long-lost heroes. This prospect means Phase 6 will be the most transformative chapter of the MCU yet, and it can all be set up in the Fantastic Four, First Steps, which hits theaters in July 2025.